Studio. This is Smooth 98.1. Love music, love life on a Tuesday morning, 11/11/25. Yes, the 11th day of November, 2025. Special date, if I can put it that way. My name is Ayokunmi Kekiriakuni. You're tuned into the Smooth Breakfast. Yes, smooth music all the way, taking you into your Tuesday work day. For those that are just starting their weeks, hey, what can I say? Monday isn't for everybody when all is said and done. Anyways, I'm about to have a very interesting conversation with some very interesting people in the studio. It's a full house. I haven't seen my studio this full ever. It's a first. And I'm glad I'm having these special young people join me in the studio. It is anti bullying week. And that is something that we definitely need to spotlight. And this year's theme is all about harnessing your inner hero, the power of good. So, today we're not just talking about the problem, we're talking about the solution. It is very important we do that. And I'm so excited to be joined by some very incredible young leaders. They're brilliant, brilliant students from Hampton Preparatory School joining us in the studio this morning to talk about this very, very important thing. And of course, the teachers are here. And I need to introduce, first of all, joining me right here to dive into the conversation for real, their SEND coordinator in the person of Halima Isa. Good morning to you, Halima. Welcome to the studio.
Good morning, Ayokunmi. Good morning, Lagos. Thank you for having us.
Absolutely fantastic. So, we're diving into what it means to be an active helper. Now, what actually gives you the courage to stand up and how every single one of us can actually use our unique power for good? So, Halima, what does the phrase "the power for good" mean to you, and how can the students of Hampton Prep use their own power for good?
Okay. First of all, in Hampton Preparatory School, our mission statement says to create a happy, secure, and stimulating learning environment
Okay.
where every member of the Hampton community can thrive and learn with full potentials.
Mm,
In order for children to enjoy learning, the environment needs to be safe. It has
I
to be
agree.
secure.
I agree.
No child will learn if there are threats or anything that stands as a barrier to learning. And because in Hampton Preparatory School, safeguarding is something we do not joke with. That's why the school has gone all out to ensure that child protection is our watchword. We ensure that
Right.
the
Right.
children in our custody, the children under our roof, are protected for at all costs. So we have a very strong anti-bullying policy
Mm,
which guides what we do. Now, I am not just the SEND coordinator for the school, I double as the designated safeguarding lead, which
ooh,
means anything that has to do with bullying, I am trained and armed to the teeth to address it.
nice.
Yes. So, the focus for this year's anti-bullying, the theme for this year is power for good. What does power for good mean? We, as humans, we have powers to do good things and we have powers to do bad things. Now, I'll talk a bit about using your power to do bad things. One can use powers to manipulate people,
That is true.
to dominate people, to control people, which is
Mm,
not a good thing. Now, we also have power to do good things. That's using our power positively,
correct.
using our power responsively. Okay, so to the theme power for good, we have a voice. We can use our voice to stop bullying.
Mm,
And one of the things we have decided to do this week is taking the message outside the four walls of the school. We have pupils from the primary cut across to the secondary school here who have decided to come out here and sensitize the public on how we can use our power for good. So even coming on this live
platform.
platform is we using our voices as a powerful good. So using your power, using your voice to spread kindness, using your voice, using your power to ensure that every child feels included, using your voice to ensure that a child who is bullied gets the appropriate support, using your voice and your power to ensure that every child feels loved and wanted. So that is how we are using our power for good. And it doesn't just end here. One other way we're using our power for good is We're having an awareness walk tomorrow
Oh,
where we're
nice.
going to be walking the streets of Lekki Phase 1, and we're going to be sharing flyers and sensitizing people on the streets on how they can use their power to not be a bystander and to be an upstander.
Mm,
What do I mean by that? A bystander is someone who just stands there and watches something wrong going on and doesn't do anything about it.
that's not a good thing.
Yes. An upstander is someone who stands up for the right thing. So we're
All
using
right.
our voice to encourage people to be an upstander and not a bystander.
Now that is an amazing, amazing message, and something that everybody really should be jumping on. Now let me focus on the leaders here in the studio, the pupils of Hampton Preparatory School, and I'm going to be starting with Valerie. Valerie, good to have you in the studio.
Thank you.
Now, in your own words, what would you say that bullying actually is, and can you give us an example of what it looks like?
My name is Valerie Emmanuel Ogo, and bullying is when you hurt someone emotionally, physically, verbally, or even online. For example, verbal bullying, when you use your words to hurt others, like calling someone fat or skinny like a tree or a stick.
A lot of people have been down that road before. Definitely speaking, I mean, I have seen my fair share over the years. Trust me, it is not something that anybody wants to have to go through. Okay, moving from being a passive observer to an active helper, that is a key component of the theme for this year. Now, Davina, I'm coming to you right now. You don't leave your headphones on, by the way. Now, just imagine you see someone who's being treated unfairly, being bullied or something like that. What are three safe things that you could do to help that person?
My name is Devina Amoro. Three things you could do is you could tell a trusted adult, or you could ask the bully to stop, or you could you could tell the bullied person and comfort them.
Mm. So that is somebody being an upstander in that sort of situation. Now that makes a whole lot of sense. Just I can just imagine how the world would actually be if people get more involved and they decide to say that, you know what, I'm not just going to stand by the side. I'm going to get more involved and help people when they're being bullied or when they're being treated unfairly. That is something that we all need to do. And bullying comes across in all sorts of different forms. Now I'm going to switch gears now, and I'm going to bring in some more peoples of Hampton. Yes, like I said, it's a full house, and we're all going to get our voices in this morning. Alrighty. So Rex, great to have you on the mic. Very good morning to you once again. Now I know that it can be scary to actually step in and get involved. What would you say gives someone the courage to use their own power for good and to stand up for a friend or someone they don't even know?
What gives me the power for good to stand up for a friend or someone I don't know is knowing that I'm using my strength or power for good to stand up for a friend that's being bullied or someone I don't know that's in need.
Hmm. Have you ever done that before? Stood up for someone you saw being treated unfairly and you said, I can't stand by the side, I will be an upstander. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah, I've done that before.
Now that's what I actually want to hear. Okay. Another young man sitting beside Rex. Okay, Zika, I see you. Now, let's paint a picture here. If you can't step in right away and help that particular person, what is the next best thing that you would do? I mean, who are the adults at your school that you trust to tell and help that situation?
My name is Okezika Igwe. I'm the president of Hampton Preparatory School, and if I can't step in immediately, I'll tell a trusted adult like Miss Halima or my teacher.
And they always make sure that they deal with the situation, right?
Yes.
Huh, absolutely fantastic. Okay, so we're going to switch the cycle once again because I really want to get more voices to weigh in on this particular issue and talk about it. So, coming onto the mic right now, coming onto the mic right now is going to be Irawo and of course Janelle as well. Beautiful young faces in the studio. I just wish you could actually see. Well, you can't actually see what's going on in the studio if you're listening to us. You can join the live stream on YouTube. You can find us at Smooth 981 FM Lagos. Smooth 981 FM Lagos. And that is the YouTube stream. Such very cute faces in the studio. I feel so, so glad to be doing this right now. Anyways, Irawa, Great to see you. Now, how can we use our power to make sure that everyone feels included in games, in conversations, in school activities as well?
You can you can make them feel included. Like if you don't know the person, you can ask them to be your friend. If they don't know how to play a game, you can teach them how to play a game. And you can also introduce them to your other friends. And also you can like add them to conversations and other stuff.
Right, and just make them feel very comfortable. I found that when you make someone feel comfortable, they find it so easy to open up and then talk to you before you know your friends. I think kids have it very easy to make friends. I think I could be wrong, but I've been a kid once, so I think I know what it is that I'm talking about. Okay, now Janelle, hey, I need to ask you this question, Janelle. Why do you think it's important for schools to have an anti-bullying week? Why is it so important?
My name is Chinel Bono and I am 5 years old. Anti-bullying week is important because our school is a no-bullying zone. It teaches us to be kind, help others who have been bullied, and accept everyone even if we're different.
That is a very, very important thing and very well answered. Janelle is five going on 15. I mean, that is the truth of the matter, really, Janelle. Thank you very much for that answer. Now, before we begin to wrap up the conversation, I just need to ask, all the kids in the studio this very important question. And it's more or less a promise, really. What is one specific thing that you promise to do this week to make sure that your classroom, your playground, your environment, wherever it is that you are, is a much friendlier place? What is that one thing that you would do? That one specific thing you promise to do?
My name is Ariel Towns Davidson. I'm 5 years old. I promise to I promise to respect others.
I promise to respect others. I like that. Thank you very much for that. Okay, who else wants to make a promise? It's live on radio, so you know that you need to make sure that you live up to that promise.
My name is Sophia Murtala, and I promise to make my class and other environments a good community by encouraging others to not bully other people. And if anyone in classes or environments are feeling that, we should comfort them.
Very, very important. Comforting. Thank you very much for that promise, Sophia. I really hope that you're going to live up to that. All right, let's keep the promises going around. I'm loving where we are right now. These sort of things are things that get me all excited and all that. All right, who's next jumping on the mic?
My name is Oludeto Ajia and I'm 5 years old. I promise to do nice things.
Nice things every day, not just anti-bullying with nice things every day. Right. I guess it means every single day, not just on anti-bullying week. All right. I hope you can live up to that promise every single time. Okay, who's next?
My name is Damilare Robo. My name is Damilare Robo, and I promise that anytime when I see bullying, I will tell a trusted adult.
Tell a trusted adult every single time. That is the only way, or that is one of the ways we can make sure that bullying is completely taken out of circulation. Thank you for that one. Alrighty, young man, what's your promise?
My name is Olaoluwa Durigo, and I promise to stop bullying inside and outside of the classroom. But whenever I see bullying, I do something and not just walk away.
Hmm. Be an upstander and not bystander in the conversation. Thank you all so very much for making those promises. I hope that you can keep those promises beyond just anti-bullying week, not just, oh, just this week, I'll do that and then move things on. No, it is every single day to make sure that we kick bullying out of the conversation. Miss Halima, before we wrap it up, any in 10 seconds or thereabouts, just a few words just to wrap this all up for us.
Okay, like you rightly said, anti-bullying shouldn't just be about the week. It should go beyond the week. So I would like to encourage everybody listening to make sure they use their power for good. Your voice is your power. You can use your voice to do positive things. Together, we can use our voices to end bullying for good. Be an upstander and not a bystander.
Be an upstander, not a bystander. This even cuts across to the adult world as well, because even adults face bullying. So we need to kick it out once and for all. This has been such an inspiring session. Lovely smiley faces in the studio. A huge thank you to every single pupil from Hampton Preparatory School and to you, Miss Halima, for all the work you do.
Thank
And
you.
of course, the other teachers of Hampton who are here in the studio as well, in the background, making sure that things are moving absolutely smoothly. You all are the real MVPs. And thank you all for joining us this morning to have this conversation here on Smooth 98.1. And remember what you heard here today, whether you're stepping in, speaking up, or simply making sure that someone feels included, you have the power to make your school, your playground, and indeed your world a much friendlier place. My name is Ayokunmi Kekirieko. This is Smooth 98.1. All right, everybody, a round of applause for yourselves. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Where are the 5-year-olds going on 15?
I'm a
Messiah.
sincere